toes. Riding with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Flying with rockets through the AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. The pulse ascending, mind on fire, never ending. Trees of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Riding with rockets, scooter AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, midnight glory. Heartbeat thumping, another story. Green and red, flashing voices loud. Future kings standing on their cloud. Checking the charts with their AI. Up we go, reaching for the sky. Every train home never dies. On the edge as the numbers fly. Checking the charts, checking the charts. Midnight glory. Sanctuary in all its blending. Mind on fire, never ending. Dreams of gold, endless fight. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night. Push on through the endless night.
Woo! We're back. I just want to stream twice so I can hear the song a second time. You guys know how that goes. It's like the most epic song ever. Howdy guys, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. My fun and have a great time over there. Man, every time they're just doing giveaways like all day, every day. I think they have a giveaway every single stream they've had. Very nice, very nice. Well, guys, welcome back to stream. Pickle Power. Yeah. Can't wait to go hang out with Pickle today. He's just been cooped up all day. He's bored. Good afternoon from Florida. What's up, Kevin? I'm going to take him out in 1 more hour. I'll take him out. Take my Pickle out. We have to go to my OnlyFans for that. Come on now. That's not for free. Feels like you're not eligible for these giveaways. I think it'd just be quick to the draw to get them. They put that code up so quick. There must be some kind of trick to race the clock on those things. Live stream the dog walk. I could probably do that. I need a second camera facing the dog. It'd be nice if I had like a Pickle cam off to the side of the stream here. That'd be super awesome. Like right up above. Pickle cam up here. Cool idea. And y'all, I got no idea what happened today with my mic. That was weird. Everything, like the audio drivers crashed out or something. I reboot the computer and everything turned out to be fine, but... I don't like the size of this text at the bottom. Can I make this like a little bit smaller? There we go. That's a little better. Let's put that right there. My OCD was getting to me there. Where's price at right now? Welcome back. How many people here? It's your first day here on our stream. If you come here from My Funded Futures, say hello. First timers here. Don't forget to sub to the channel. I'm live every morning, all morning long. I do live trading. Right now I'm trading on my screen 5 Tradeify straight to funded accounts. I have a My Funded Futures live account. I have an ETF live account. I've got 5 top sip accounts, and then my personal accounts I trade with. Right now I'm doing a journey to take my Tradeifys up to 150K profit. You guys are here to witness that journey. I'm excited to share that with y'all. This is going to be monumental. Yesterday, Brett Simba himself teased me with a live account. I made a big tweet that got like, I don't know, 50,000 impressions. Everyone was tweeting it and checking it out and talking on it. Very crazy. Brett pops in and puts this little hint and teaser. We're gonna be teasing me. Break my heart if he's teasing me. I'm a sensitive guy. Don't tease me with that. And then huge post I made. Like or 35,000 impressions. I tweeted this is one of my accounts with Tradeify. It's a 150K account. It's up to about 52K profit. Over 60 trading days with a 75% win rate, even through the crash environment. And then I get this "it's time" post with live. That'll be my 3rd live account with prop firms. And I just started doing prop firms this year. Well, actually, technically late last year, but seriously this year. I started with Tradeify at the end of February, I think. So I'm new to the whole prop game myself, but going live with 3 different firms in, a 6-month period is pretty cool. I'm excited about that. 3rd time here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. By the time you switch from the stream and put in the code on a phone, it's gone. I don't know if there's a trick other than you just got to be the world's fastest typer. If I live stream the dog walk, somebody's going to pinpoint your location. Oh, dude, I've seen those geoguessers. I see those guys show up on my feed all the time. That's crazy. The guy's like looking at this. He's like, yeah, I've seen those blades of grass before. That looks like Zimbabwe. Yeah, that cloud looks like Madagascar. Wait, what? How can you tell that? If you show up to my house randomly, bring sunscreen, bring a swimsuit, bring some beer. Let's go to the pool. If you're going to stalk me, you might as well have fun. So come on over and we'll go chill at the pool and get drunk. Yeah. I've seen those. That looks like a rock from Rio de Janeiro. Like that rock looks familiar. I've seen that grasshopper before. That's certainly southwest Alabama. Okay, I'm gonna choose the iDoc says if you show up randomly, she'll introduce you to her fist. She hits pretty hard. She hits me all the time. So you don't want to meet the fist. And she'll pat you up and give you a drink, though. Poor Matt clipped that. Help. I have like the word help like written on my eyelids. Blink twice for help. I mean, she's so nice to me all the time. She calls it cuteness aggression, which is like whatever it means. I'll just be driving or sitting there and she'll just hit me like for no reason, and I'll look and she'll be smiling at me and I'm like, why'd you slap me? She goes, because you're so cute. No, she can't. Yeah, well, I'm only saying this safely because she's out of town. If she was here, she'd hit me after the stream. I'm just kidding. I'm just goofing around. I'm like, why did you slap me on the leg? Because you're so cute. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then she shows me all these Instagram reels where they like cuteness aggression apparently is a thing. It's a Vietnamese thing. Maybe it's other culture thing, but she's like, yeah, we pinch your face and squeeze your face, and that's how we love on you. The biting. Oh yeah. Like my arm becomes like a snack at some point. I'm just like, what are you? I'm like, why are you chewing on my elbow? What the heck is going on? A little bit of volatility trying to pick up. I think it might be Apple that's moving around again. Let's double check. Did Apple lose its key support again? Yeah, that's what we got there. I don't really think that Apple will be losing monthly hedge pressure today, but we'll see. Nvidia also losing monthly hedge pressure. That's interesting to see that. This could build up into a bad day. I'm not betting on the bad day, but blink if you need help. Your Mexican wife does that to you. When you see a cute baby, I'm gonna bite. Oh yeah, you bite its like elbow rolls. Yeah, cuteness aggression. What's up, Sean? Apple's got a big fat booty that's making resilience shuffle around like that. Apple and Nvidia both adding to this. Everything else in the market looks pretty solid today. Curious if that's going to stimulate some kind of selling pressure. Whatever selling we have been seeing up here at this top here, the algos are picking this back up. Most of the stocks aren't really selling off, so the index is not selling off either. You know, with IDOT gone for the day, there's nobody that can stop me from playing Elden Ring all night. Nobody. Oh, it is Wednesday, though. I can go to the gym. Go ahead and do that tonight. Bum, 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 bum. What do I want to do with my trading today? I need to roll my account forward and fund a next to click the counter forward on some of these days here. I don't want to force a trade in it either. I need to babysit those accounts. I need a really A+ setup on my fund the next. How many people here are using Take Profit Trader right now? I've been looking at our affiliate code use, and it's kind of down the last couple weeks. Is something going on with Take Profit? Have you guys switched to a new firm, or are you guys still using Take Profit? Or maybe you guys are just crushing it in your accounts. Like, the numbers are significantly different. I'm just curious if people have changed their mind about Take Profit, or you guys are just, maybe you're not, maybe you're just winning your accounts now because the market's better. Bullnox and Elite not working today. Okay, cool. So we were talking about some issues with their tech support or whatever. I was just curious if there was some kind of systemic thing going over there or not. They pay every day. That's what I love about them. Everyday payouts. Yeah, a lot of people started using the Fund Index to see how that goes. I would love to see my A+ setup. I would absolutely love to see this market flush today. Like, that would be super nice. Not that I want to short this, not that I'm betting the market crashes out, but I would just love to see this market lower so I can actually play it. Like, I need a good entry on this. I'm gonna do today. And of course, quiet days like this can just be interrupted by like the random Donald Trump tweet, nonsensical kind of things. Beigebook content, Beigebook. Oh yeah. Let me get financial juice up and running here. Get the Fed Beigebook coming out. The mornings are always more exciting because we always get really good plays out the door. The middle of the day is not necessarily as exciting as the mornings can be. But if you guys are tuning in the afternoons, appreciate you being here. We'll find a good setup. I do think the market still probably pulls back a little bit. I don't have any evidence that it is, but the stocks are kind of moving around a lot. We've lacked a little bit of momentum. I don't think we sell off at all. I think the market still stays bullish, but I think we do pull back into the range today. And I'm waiting to see if we do that. The Beigebook is like an economic conditions report that the Fed puts out. And it has the metrics and things they look at. Usually comes out like a week or two, maybe 2 weeks before the meetings, before the FOMC meeting. So Beigebook comes out, your Fed meeting's like 2 weeks away. And each of the districts has their own report, I think, inside of that book as well. Could create some activity. Market's very sensitive to what the Fed's going to do. 7 minutes on that. Fed uses that information to make their final decision on the rates for the next meeting. If you guys have any answer questions about the yellow red lines, I'll do it in today's boot camp. So that's reversal will be kind of nice. Stream element spot. Yeah, I need to change the timers. Well, the stream element spot is actually, let me change that really quick because it was actually based on, the bot was actually based on like a different, I guess, like frequency we had. It's triggered off of so many lines of chat. So what I need to do is give it like more lines of chat before it throws anything up. Okay. You're right. Let me change the frequency of that. Now that we have like, now the stream is 20 times bigger. That's a little bit better. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, Stream Elements bot does hit the stream a lot. But I had it set to where, you know, we had a smaller chat. Now there's a bigger chat. Every like, you know, 20 lines is like, you know, a couple of minutes as opposed to like 10 minutes or whatever. So now I had to make sure I redid it. You're right. It does kind of stream out a lot, doesn't it? Am I waiting for it to pull back to A+ setup? Yep, 100%. Data in 5 minutes coming out. Mike, if you have not gotten your Fund and Next KYC, they're just so far behind. I told you guys to send me your email in Discord. I'll skip you to the front of the line. I went straight to my contact there and they got me set up overnight. Fund and Next just got bombarded with new accounts and they're overwhelmed. S&P might tap that 6,000 key level here. We've been resisting it all day today. I'm planning on buying puts again. After these expire, yeah. The whole idea is just to have puts in case the trade war talks fall apart. That's it. Once the trade war is resolved, I'm no longer going to be like hedging to the short side. Highest 59.99 on your charts. There we go. Right now, the market's going up. Like I wouldn't be betting against the market. Personally, I'm not. Like, in my opinion, I'm longing the market every chance I can get, every dip I can find. You still have your single call from April? How's it doing, man? You must be like way up by now, dude. Benny had bigger balls than I did. I take a guess that this creeps up to 6,000. There's that 1 o'clock candle. Here's the momentum on that. The question is, do I think it's going to reject 66,000 and pull right back? That is really the question. So how does that look like? No, I'm not anything right now. Nothing right now. There's no good setups today. Not from here. I would love nothing more than see 6,000 reject. And then we just find some lower lows to play off of. Doesn't matter. Rest indicators are bullish. Yep. Everything's bullish right now. Just finished talking to your customer care fund next. If you use rocket code during the no DLL deal, then disqualifies the DLL. So I've counted it's up to six. Wait a minute. Hold on. If you used code rocket during the no DLL deal, then it disqualifies the no DLL? No. You get no DLL if you use their code. 100% no DLL if you use their code. That's weird. That shouldn't be the case. If that's the case, you need to send me a message and I'm going to yell and scream at people. They owe you what they promised you. Could be just a glitch on their side. You had the same issue? You guys need to tell me these things. I'll send me information. It's a glitch, so don't be trading with the glitch account. I'm gonna get you the right thing. Did you guys did you get a futures account or a CFD account? That's what you were told by customer care. The customer service team they're wrong. Do you see a daily loss limit on your Tradeify? You shouldn't. I didn't see DLL on mine. Having my daily P&L posted on screen? Yeah, I post it on screen usually every day. At the end of the day, I always post it on Twitter as well. No. You reach out to me and I will get it taken care of for you. Find it next. If you are being in a situation where you're not getting what you were promised or you're not getting the no DLL, that's the whole point of the sale. You should not have a daily loss limit if you bought the account from scratch using the code. If you bought the account from scratch using the code, there should be no DLL. I didn't have DLL when I used it. Yeah, reach out to me on Discord, show me whatever evidence, and I'll send it forward to these guys. Give me your email, the login that you use with those guys, and I'll get it worked on. I promise. Yeah. Customer service may be detached from what's going on, but you should have the no DLL. If you don't, that's a big problem. You guys show me evidence of this thing. So send me a message in Discord. Show me evidence of this. Show me that you have DLL. Go to your Tradeify or whatever it is and open up the you will have like a distance to daily in your account settings. You can actually display what the DLL is. Show it to me. Okay. Show me that you have DLL. Give me an account number. Give me your login or whatever, and I'll send it straight over to them. I promise. Chris, it was a sale that a firm had like a little bit over a week ago. Find it next, but the sale isn't around anymore. If you applied the code and got the discount, you should have no DLL. So making sure if there's something glitched or you did it wrong or whatever, I'll get it fixed for you. Don't worry about it. I know the people there. Trust me, I'm fine for you guys. I'm kicking and screaming. So don't be stuck in the account. If you have DLL and you didn't want DLL on it, they'll probably reset your account and give you a no DLL one. So tariff news is going on. Beige Book came out a little bit ago. Should have come out. Yeah, it's working for thousands of people that use the code for sure. If it's not working for you, you know, make sure that you give me all the information. I'll have them check on it. If you blow the account, okay, here's the other thing. It's only a one and done. If you blow the account, it's no DLL just for the first time. If you reset it, it's DLL when you reset it. So make sure that that's it, right? It's why I'm babysitting my accounts to make sure I get them right. I just funded one of them. The others I'm still babysitting. If you blow the account, the DLL comes back. It's only for that one account. As long as you don't blow it up. So double check. A little bit of selling pressure here. Right off of that 6,000 resistance. I wonder if the market reacts any differently to this. But yeah, any problems you guys ever have with the prop firm, that's another thing too. Any problem you guys have with a prop firm, come straight to me if you can. If you're having a problem with customer service, I'd send to circumvent customer service, and I've got like a partnership level contact that goes directly to the top from pretty much all of them. I can get straight answers from the source. Customer service is just a trained employee reading a script. They don't know everything that you're going through, and they may not understand your situation. So let us help you. If you need help with any of this stuff, just hit me up. But make sure if you're reporting an error with Funded Next, you don't waste your time. If you busted the account and you reset it, when you come back in that reset, it will have a daily loss limit on it. The no DLL rule only comes for that first attempt. And if you go funded, there's also no DLL in the funded account. One of mine just went funded. One of my 100Ks went funded with no DLL. Okay. The one that just funded, I haven't touched it. This column should say, oh, I don't have the headers on there or whatever. It'll say distance. If you go to your account and you go dist to daily, this one will say your daily loss limit, whatever it is. It'll put something there if there is one. If there is no daily loss limit, this will be blank on distance to daily. So go to your like gear settings and your Tradeify. Okay. Open up your settings, add columns, add distance to daily, and it will tell you if there's a daily drawdown or not. Okay. This is funny because they have like a random number assignment. This looks like I have 68,580 accounts. Please don't clip that and say I blew up 65,000 times. They're randomly assigned numbers, so it's not like it's 0001 for the first account. 68,580. Apex is sequential and Tradeify sequential. Yeah. If you have issues on Funded Next, come straight to me and I'll go straight to them. I promise. How you do the trial for Rocket Pro Plus? Just go to the website. It's in the description, or I'll type it for you. Go there and sign up for the trial. You just click the one button there to sign up, and then the trial is for 1 month for half price. 68,000 accounts would be incredible. $68,580 at what, like $400 a pop? Jeez Louise. That'd be $24 million spent at Funded Next, right? Consistency rule with them was 40%. think I have a little bit of end of day volatility here. I don't even know how these prop firms out there, there's a million of them that get my email. I get email all day, every day. I'm just like, there's a million prop firms out there cold calling me to join the affiliate program. Third day here, thinking of joining the Rocket Shooter Bootcamp. Jorge, do it, dude. You'll absolutely, absolutely love it. We are kind of tailing towards the end of the boot camp now, but we start all over. We have 8 sessions left, and then we start all over at 20 after a week break. If you join in now, you're going to join in kind of closer to the tail end, which is cool. You know, we've covered most of the main stuff, but at least you can watch the videos on your own, or at least join and then catch up at the first cycle when we start all over. Who here is taking the boot camp? He's asking questions about it. We've had a couple thousand people take it since we... The boot camp, you can read the reviews here on the screen. If you go down, you can read what everybody that has done it, that's left a review, has said. There's people leave a thing on here and it says like product purchased, and then it'll have you know, some kind of commentary. You can just read what everybody said. How do you check the node DLL? You will add distance to daily in your go to Tradeovate, and you have that little gear option. This is supposed to be a gear. Click on the gear, the world's worst gear. Open that up, and then you can add the columns. And this is your accounts tab, accounts, right? And then next to your account, you can add distance to daily, which is the distance to daily loss limit. This is called distance or total loss limit. This is total loss limit. So total loss limit, it says 100K that just got funded, 3,000 on that one of total loss limit. And then this one is no daily loss limit. It's blank. If there's a daily loss limit, it will show you, I don't know, 2,400 or 1,200 or whatever it is here. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with jumping in the middle. You may not understand all the techniques, but the beautiful part about the boot camp is to jump in at the beginning and join it in the journey. We start over in 3 weeks. We kind of take you on a whole journey. It's good to wait to do it when we start over. No, go to your accounts tab in your Tradeovate platform, and then you can modify. It just shows you where all your accounts are, and then you can modify the columns that display, and then from there you can go in and type. Bring up those things in a row. Like, go to the plus sign at the top left of your, rewind this so you can get the instructions. I'm going to say it one time. Rewind it if you, when the instructions. Go to your platform, go to the top left of your platform, click the plus sign, right? And then you can add widgets to your platform, add an accounts widget, and then it shows all your accounts you have active, and then you can change the columns that are next to the accounts. Yeah, if you join, you can watch the videos at your own pace, which you can if you join now. You can start watching the videos right now, which you totally can do. That's what most people do when they start late. They don't want to catch the cycle. Julian's right that you'll kind of be lost if you don't catch up. Yeah. But the boot camp, I'm going to tell you guys, for many people, I'm just going to read you guys what people have said. It's very special what we put in this boot camp. It's a masterclass on betting and risk management. There are people that have told you that, look, and it's like, I'm just gonna read some comments randomly. Just randomly scroll on something here. It's a powerful tool that helps you understand why prices move the way they do. Have you ever tried to drive without looking outside your car to the windshield? That's like trading without Rocket Scooter, I guess, kind of person is saying here. I'm grateful for making sure everyone. These classes will give you the edge you need. I found map by complete accident. My first thought was, here we go, another guru selling something. After years of doing this, I finally found out why a trade should be made and why my risk should be finally consistent and have more confidence in trading. True advantage over the market. Again, I didn't pay anybody to write this. These are real people, and this is the real thing that they bought. This is lifetime members and bootcamp members and stuff. Platform and Matt's lessons help become a more consistent trader. Completely changed the way I look at markets overall. Learned so much information and so quickly. A new and improved way of trading. Let's go to the top. There's more up here. Strong fundamentals. You won't regret it. I've been using the platform for years. Can constantly say this one stands out like no other. I've been using it for 2 years and can generally say it's the only tool that's worked for them personally. I've been trading in trade rooms, signal chats, and the countless TA. But RS is the only thing that made me feel like I have an edge. And these are just random members decide to go out of their way and leave a comment. So, what I think people like most about it is because it focuses on trading from a risk management perspective. It's all about how big you bet and like the justifications you make for a bet. If you guys watch me on my funded TV today, I was like, okay, this is a crappy bet. I went in short here just to demonstrate something. Let me put 2 micros to it. The signal went against me. I closed out the micros. And then all of those decisions are master level decision making, right? I knew that the trade was low probability, so I traded small. Master decision making. How did I know it's low probability? Well, this is just we have a back test for this. When I saw the market was going against me, no flinch, no stutter, closed the position, got out of the way, masterful decision. Not chasing the long, also masterful decision. Like I basically did everything for the choice making I do. And it's a masterclass in trying to like lead you down the path so you guys can learn how to make really good choices in your trading. Analyzing risk, how big you should bet, where you put your stops. It's all about that. And then our sauce is predicting volume. High volume pivots we can predict very accurately. So it allows you to find out which prices are important and which prices aren't important. So you, at least when you pick a trade to make, you pick the right spot to trade from, whether you're right or wrong, at least you trade from the right place. That's really kind of like what makes sense. How much can be applied without the tools and platform? I mean, risk management in general is its own. It doesn't require the platform to have good risk management. Clearly, we focus on the indicators in the platform is a bigger focus of the bootcamp. But even if you watch the stream, the bootcamp will help you, and you don't use the platform, will help you analyze what I do on the stream. Like I said, we do teach how the tools work for predicting volume and predicting flow and all that stuff. And while that is required to understand to get through the boot camp, it's not required for you to trade. If you use another style, it's totally okay. We're teaching you how to identify pivots and how to use confluence to go with it. And at worst case scenario, if you don't even use our platform, the tools and the risk management portion of this, you can apply to any volume pivot that you trade with, right? And I think what people like the most about the boot camp is that it is only $20 for the whole month. And we've always prided ourselves of having like a free or dirt cheap, set of things for people, because there's a lot of like trading course salesmen and crap out there. For the longest time, our boot camp was just a free perk for platform users. It was just something I did extra. I didn't have to do it. I did it for fun, for free. And I like seeing people do well, and I like helping people, and I didn't charge for it at all. It was just a pre-perk of the platform. But there was a lot of people that were like, hey, I kind of want to get in on that too. They can't afford the platform, or I use another technique or whatever. So then we just decided to open it up to the public and then charge $1 a day, which is the minimum we would charge. Rather than, $500 a month. Hurry up. Only 5 seats left. Join now for our $300,000 boot camp. I've seen all kind of shit out there. And, this is kind of an FU to the industry, like to all the gurus out there. I have the best trading boot camp on planet Earth, and it's only $20. That way nobody goes and buys some expensive piece of crap. And I got out in minutes before it pumped. Yeah, getting out, timing was good on that, yeah. Just tell people to log into the FundedX website. There's a DLL tile on each account dashboard, and mine says NA. Oh, thank you, Walker. You see what Walker wrote, guys? Walker's helping you guys out with info there. How can you pass a 150K account with 9,000 profit target with end of day drawdown? You talking about like maybe like sounds like a Tradeify there? Usually on my Tradeifys, I usually trade 1 to 2 NASDAQ contracts. That's it per day. I aim for anywhere between 900 and 1,800 per day because it's a 20% consistency. To answer that question, Con, you need to know what the consistency is. If you're using Tradeify and it's 20%, then you need to divide that 9,000 by 5 to see how much you need to make max per day. And on Tradeify has a 10-day cycle for your payout window, or 10-day trading cycle. Sorry, no payout window, but 10 days of trade, which means 9,000 divided by 10 is 900. So you need to make 900 a day to get there in 10 days. And you need to make less than $800 a day to get there at $9,000. You kind of drive the boat between those two levels. All right, bro, you'll love it, man. You'll really enjoy it. The concept of rewiring people's brains to think about risk and risk management is really hard for a lot of people to kind of get over. Most people's trading journey has been Where's my chart? Where's this indicator? Do I long? Do I short? And then you kind of stop your decision making from there. Today on the stream, you guys watch me, you know, get in on a trade, and I was like yelling at people, nobody take this trade, and all these degens in this chat were memeing me like, oh man, I lost my house, I lost my kids, just being funny. But they know that I would never take that trade. I was demonstrating a possible setup, and I just threw micros at it because I knew it was bad. And this is the kind of stuff that as a trader, your job is to always be gauging risk. What's good risk? What's bad risk? And the position size, or if you get in, if you stay in, do you average in? All of those are like masterful decisions that you're going to really want to pay attention to, learning how to do. Ooh, a little end of the day price action there. I was really thinking we were getting a pullback. That was that second little leg down. We pressed a little lower. No viable entry, nothing. Access to the boot camp is through, we do a Zoom call at market close every day. And the videos are either on your dashboard on Marketplace, or they're going to be in the Discord as well if you want to watch the videos. But we have a live session every day at market close. I've shown extreme patience today. Oh yeah. Just patience, man. Just wait. Always know what you want to happen will happen at some point. Wait for it. Especially in volatile markets. Not as volatile now, so what I want to happen may not happen today, but if I get a nice little dip, that'd be kind of cool. Res is moving the way it has today because Apple is bouncing around MHP. No, Apple is bouncing around half gap K-spec. And also because the market opened flat. Because market opened flat, there's not much of a gap. So it's very easy for just micro small movements in Apple to cause big movements in resilience, because most everything opened really flat, right? There's not a really big gap to buffer that move. So with everything opening flat, resilience is always going to be choppy. That's kind of rule number one of resilience. See how there's a tiny little 20-cent difference between here? Apple barely has to move like a dime up or down for resilience to like up, down, right? When markets are flat, open, resilience is usually choppier because of that sensitivity near the halfway point. Yeah. And that's just what you're seeing. Apple barely has to move for resilience to be like left, right, up, down, you know. You enjoy watching my discipline today? Oh, yeah, man. Well, that really is the art form of being a good trader. Discipline and waiting for your setups and not over trading and risk management. That's really what trading is patience and waiting for something that looks good. Oh, Nasdaq is S&P is moving down a lot, but Nasdaq is not really moving. Nasdaq's actually trying to rally. Oh shit, Nasdaq just even popped to highs a second ago. And Res is negative now. A lot of times when Res is negative and the index is moving higher, like tomorrow could be the sell-off. So be very careful on tomorrow's trading day. If we don't get a flush by the end of the day, tomorrow could be it. We've got selling pressure in the stocks, for sure. All your results are negative. This could be an end of the day sell-off. We'll see. Open tomorrow could dump us. Built by Bailey's. I agree, man. Could be tomorrow. But market waiting for non-farm. Literally, Gold Digger is right. It's always the same freaking thing. Waiting for non-farm. And non-farm, if it's as bad as the ADP numbers, is probably just gonna like shit the bed. ADP wasn't that good looking, you know. Yep, that's gonna be a pretty huge event. Just remember, you got all your numbers are gonna come out pre-market, so be careful on that. Wednesday. uh, 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 uh. Non-farm is gonna be Friday morning. So tomorrow we get the productivity numbers, unit labor cost numbers, and the trade balance. That comes out tomorrow pre-market, and then you get your continuing initial jobless claims come out pre-market. Market is not being nice to us at all and giving us any good opportunities to play with. You never been so profitable with no stress, not you're learning the waiting game? Well, I'm glad to hear it, dude. That's it. I mean, it's like the most exciting part of trading is you should probably find a hobby while you're trading. I had a gaming station over here. If I wasn't streaming, I would be like gaming or whatever, just like staring out the corner of my eye waiting. Resilience is negative right now. The market could try to flush. I'm not making a big bet that it would, but it could. It was trying to flush earlier, though. A little bit of resilience is never wrong, though. It's only just early. The saying around here that resilience is never wrong is something everybody says a lot. It always shows you what is, and it's always just early. A little bit of selling pressure. I don't think this is going to end up being a flush. It could, though. Probably is really small, but maybe it could. I don't know. Index divergence are often market tops, and a lot of times they don't reward you until the next day or two, you know? Should dual stream some gaming. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Grab another one on my account over here. Maybe see if I get really any of them I want to like do much with, but maybe this one. I don't think I'm gonna get a play by the end of the day. Just boring, boring, boring. Maybe S&P would be the better setup. What a crap day. It's just like yesterday. Same exact setup as yesterday. Slow trickle up. I am in the boat that I think the non-farm payrolls are just going to be absolutely garbage. Like, I think that they're going to come out and really shock the market. Economic data from today. Yeah, like the ADP numbers are bad, right? Yeah. Jolts. We talked about this morning, right? Like kind of a jolts aren't going up, right? No new job creation, and you aren't seeing and your ADP numbers are down. You're not seeing new payrolls, so new people on payroll. I don't know, man. It doesn't feel like we rallied close today. Call me paranoid. I don't know. Bakunin is right. Jolts are based on April data, which is why it was stable. The most recent data shows strong unemployment scenario. It does, right? Well, at least not necessarily. Well, the jobless claims haven't gone up. They've still been stable, but the ADP numbers are down, right? The growth rate of new jobs is down. So it's there's no growth. There's no like layoffs, but there's no growth. And that's what it's really showing. So we're kind of like the labor market is not booming. People aren't basically getting, there's not a lot of new jobs being created, not a lot of new people taking new jobs. But there's also not layoffs at the same time. Tomorrow's data will let us know if there's any new layoffs since then because of tariffs, whatever. But you're right. We'll have to see the jobless claims number, which is tomorrow morning. Yeah. Well, the jobless claims are flat, right? That's the one thing we got to be careful about, is making sure that we really watch those, because that's really, if you look at the continuing jobless and the initial jobless, right, the weekly numbers, We haven't really seen much evidence of big layoffs on the initial jobless claims. We've just been seeing the continuing jobless claims flat, the initials are flat. So anything less than 250 is considered normal and relatively noisy. And we've kind of been the same since 2022. We're actually not getting much worse than the initial layoffs. So initial jobless claims are people that got laid off that week. And this is a weekly number. So there's no delay on this one. And while we did get a spike last week, 240 is still in the range of noise. And so it's not like it's when we start getting bigger waves of layoffs, you're going to start to see the effects of it. Let me guys show you like 2010, whenever I got laid off, right? You're going to start seeing 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 people on a week in unemployment. Once it starts getting bad, you're going to start peaking. The rule of thumb with the unemployment numbers on the weeklies is 250,000 is normal in a bull market. We saw that all through 16 and 17 and 18, all through there. That's pretty much what it stayed at for a while in this current like environment we live in now. And when we're going to see as the weeks go by, are we actually getting layoffs, that these numbers are going to start to move higher. Now, it has kind of been moving higher since January. We can't discount that. It's moving higher still in the acceptable range, right? We're still kind of okay. Once it starts getting 250 or greater, yeah, we're dead. Like market's starting to show the signs of recession, and you guys 100% nailed it. Yeah. So he's right. You guys listen to Bakun, and he's 100% right. The jolts were bad because we didn't see any improvement by creating jobs. Jolts will jobs are getting created or destroyed. And so let me pop up the jolts really quick. And that's usually, and it's a month delayed data, like he said. So you're going to see the full effects of the tariffs aren't really baked in. And even without that, the delayed numbers were bad, right? Jolts are really good to help you forecast the Fed, everything else. And lately, we've just seen a general decline since post-COVID hiring. The labor market is starting, like when jolts are coming down, it either means A, companies are removing jobs from being available, like canceling jobs, or they're getting filled. And how you know they're getting filled is you go to the continuing jobless claims. If the jolts are going down and this number is going down, this means unemployed people got their jobs back. The fact that this isn't going down, instead it's staying high, then it means basically companies are downsizing and eliminating jobs instead. They're not firing people, but they're not creating new jobs. An example is a company had 10 accountants. They realized, they fired 5 of them after COVID, and then they realized, well, we've got these active roles. We don't need them anymore. Let's close them out. So we're not really seeing a lot of people like, we're not seeing job creation. So that usually companies will start creating jobs, whereas the continuing jobless claims come down. Jolts go up or stay flat. And if jolts go up in unemployment or like jobless claims don't go up, then it means hiring spree. And you want to see that hiring spree like in a really strong booming bull market, right? And this is a key element that we're stalling. And that's basically what he's trying to say. The market's we're not seeing job growth. We're not seeing companies like clamoring, like we've created, 10,000 new jobs or hiring. Right now we're stagnant. People aren't expanding through employment like they should be. And that's kind of where we are. You'd want to see this going up with this not going up. If this is going up and this is going up, it means people are getting fired or laid off for whatever reason. We saw that effect after COVID because people were getting fired because they're getting paid too much with those crazy salaries. This is the initial jobless claims. This is cycling of firing. If the jolts are going down and initial claims are going up, then that means bad. Jolts are going down because there's no more jobs because people are getting laid off. So when they do that sort of number, then that's really the bad part. Hopefully, guys, that makes sense to you guys. Well, looky there. We're getting a flush. Daddy like. Bring it home, baby. Give me that flush. Oh, I'm glad I didn't chase that long, though. So glad. So tomorrow is going to be very important because as Bakunin, welcome to the crew, man. As Bakunin saying, he's 100% correct. The ADP numbers today really started to show the really bad signs, and actually the last couple ADP prints. So ADP is that company that handles payroll and stuff for people. They have their own numbers that are kind of like the government's numbers. So ADP is a private industry report, and then the government numbers that come out on Friday is the government's numbers. Let's find them really quick. Let me get those ADP. It's starting to show signs of the tariffs impacting companies. So non-farm employment change, so non-farming roles, we have not been seeing, it's not been good. We have not been seeing growth as new jobs are getting filled with new employees or unemployed employees. We've seen the continuing jobless claims be closer to about 2 million on unemployment. That has not come down since we've been going up since COVID. It's not high, so to let you guys know, it's not high like people are getting laid off and we're in like dire straits of a depression, but we've stagnated on our growth, and that's really what it's saying. The ADP numbers were looking really solid since the 2022 recession with like pretty healthy growth. Anything above 100 is good, in my opinion. And then we started seeing like a kind of a general decline in the last 4 reports. JOLTS going down, new employees to the job force going down, continuing jobless claims still high and not coming down. So what it means is companies are taking available positions after they've laid people off and decided, you know what, we need to downsize. Well, they already laid the people off, and now they're not filling the roles anymore. They're not creating new jobs, and they're not filling available positions as fast because they can't find the right worker, or they don't need the person anymore, or because of the tariffs, they can't afford it. So this is a telling sign of slowdown, which can end up being the starting point of some bad news, right? So inflation from tariffs are starting to hit more now. Yep. And I always believe, see, my thought with the tariffs is that there's a delayed effect on how quickly companies will start laying off. Every company's different. I know me, inflation hit Rocket Scooter pretty hard when we were struggling out the door, right? We built a trading platform with a massive, monetary overhead, and we had low prices. And our goal was to get people in the door to cover the overhead. And then COVID happened, right? And then, well, we launched the platform up to COVID, but COVID happened and inflation hit the world. And then the platform was kind of struggling because we had to face the choice of, do we eat the cost ourselves or do we raise the price and lose our customer base? We raise the price, people will get upset because everything's expensive already. So what I did was I took measures to eat the cost myself, to not raise prices on people. And I think a lot of companies are going to be at that choice. Do we eat the cost? Do we raise prices? Do we not hire people? And I think there's a delayed effect of the tariffs versus the company taking the drastic action of last resort of laying people off. And so I think where we are now, companies are sort of trying to figure out how they're going to handle the tariffs. Clearly, we can see from the data, their first thing they're not doing is going out there and hiring a bunch of people. That's what the data says right now. So the takeaway from this whole conversation, you guys, is because of the tariffs, companies are not going out there and hiring a bunch of people because they can't afford it. The question now becomes, is this a leading indicator that the companies are struggling? Maybe. It's a leading indicator that companies are not investing in new employees. Is it a leading indicator they're going to start laying people off? And I always think layoffs take some time for companies to have like quarters of losses, and then shareholders pressure them to lay people off. So the layoffs will probably come from a couple of quarters of dealing with tariffs. And this is an early warning sign for maybe recessionary type environment months from now, many months from now, but not like tomorrow. The economy is extremely bad because of the tariffs. People are going to have to adjust. And there's always a period of a company is going to exhaust their mechanisms and means for survival. Everyone has rare, cash reserves. Everybody has the ability to take out loans. Everybody has all kind of maneuverabilities to eat a cost or raise money. You can raise money from venture capital. You can do all kind of stuff. Take out a loan from a bank. And companies usually try to take resorts like that before they start laying people off if they can, because it's more expensive to lay people off and hire them back than it is to borrow money and pay interest to survive for a couple months waiting out a trade war. I run a company. It would be devastating if I had to lay off some of my best developers and then shop around until I got a good one to come back, and then they're inefficient for a while. It's a very unhealthy expense to fire people, and it's a last resort, right? When Matt has no entries, I just fucking talk about boring data all day. Bakunin, very intelligent. I really appreciate the commentary. I love when people understand a lot of this, and it's really cool because this stuff is really hard to understand if you're not really like in it all day long. And everyone out there that talking has to talk about this data doesn't really analyze it and chew on it for what it's worth. There's a lot of like, you know, fear mongering, and people are like, you know, ADP non-farm is going down. Is the market heading for a recession? This is the headline here on CNBC. It's a bunch of idiots over there. But the idea that you can chew on it with realism, right? We're just showing that companies are now feeling the heat of the tariffs, and they've halted their expansion. So everyone's kind of like on kind of slow roll right now and kind of waiting it out. And that's kind of a realistic approach to the data, right? Fed won't get a soft landing. That never happened. It'll never happen. I mean, the Fed drove a really tight boat. It's doing okay right now with inflation somewhat coming down. Trump threw a curveball to the Fed soft landing for sure. I mean, Michigan numbers are showing 6% one-year inflation expectation, when the Fed's beautiful maneuvering took us to 2.5. Like, you know, Jay Powell deserves credit for that, but Trump just threw a huge wrench in that. And I'd like to see how they drive through the tariffs, you know. Companies can eat up the cost, as Gamma said, for a certain amount of time. And the question is, how long until they can't? And we always look at a company's health on a quarter-by-quarter basis. So I like to say that, you know, traders will respond. This is what you care about. Like, what's Wall Street going to do? Wall Street's going to start speculating months out, right? But quarter to quarter. Like, okay, here's a hint. Walmart's not hiring new people. Walmart might be laying people off. Their quarterly report might be bad. Okay, let's start selling Walmart before the earnings, right? So quarter to quarter, the market's going to move in like quarterly increments, maybe down, maybe up. It's so important to break down the news like this because you've never been around someone that lived it, knows it, and knows to break it down. Yeah, no problem, Jorge, dude. I'm totally cool to like chat about it. And I'll tell you something. I think I never went to economics school. I mean, I'm an engineer, so I'm trained to just look at numbers and figure it out. It's kind of what I did, but I learned a lot of this just by, you know, freaking street rules. I just came in here and just read all this stuff. Investing is good. They give you a nice little summary of what you're looking at. Each one of these things. Investing.com's market calendar. Pick any one of the news events. They rank them. You get your estimates and stuff. And really, Wall Street is just about, you know, are you beating estimates? Did you overestimate, underestimate? That's what makes Wall Street react. But for you trying to analyze this data, it's just like, it's logic, really. It doesn't really take like an economics degree or anything. I'm just kind of applying some basic logic to stuff. Like numbers go up, numbers go down. Why go up? Why they go down? And just trying to like continuing to dig and just piecing it together. Nobody taught me any of this. And I can inspire you guys to take the same approach. You know, the talking heads are going to look at data and say, you know, polarizing, like very good, very bad. But you want to take an approach of just kind of like digging into and just applying a little bit of logic. I love that data, baby. We're early. The question is how much ADP might have changed the minds of more smart money, and might it be initial trigger together with tomorrow's data? If bad, who knows? Market is having an excuse for some volatility. And I'll tell you something, the VIX has been pricing in this month exactly the same possible fear, and we can't ignore it. We teach a process in the VIX known as contango midpoint. When you roll into new VIX futures contract, the contract being in contango is typically healthy in a bull market, but also in a bull market, this is the halfway point between the close of May and the open of June. That contango midpoint is always a really solid indicator of the market underpricing or overpricing expected volatility. And when you're above this key level, 1865 for the month, the market is going to be very sensitive to news. So normally a bull market would close below that, like at some point, and then continue to trend lower, like we saw last month. Like you overpriced volatility and the market just decayed out of it. This is the previous month, right? we were in backwardation this time. The forward curve had flipped. We tapped that line and then we just decayed. Notice how VIX doesn't move around a lot. It just kind of trends lower. But notice how here the VIX kind of is a little sparklier because we're in contango again and we haven't broken down through that halfway point. This is very, very close to what happened back in February. Same thing. Contango didn't lose the midpoint and the VIX got choppier and choppier and choppier as time went by. We underpriced the fear or underpriced the volatility. And you can see right here, the market has not decayed into what we call the safe zone for VIX. So right now, VIX is pricing in a potential, heavy long positioning due to the uncertainties around things like that. So VIX is a telltale sign to add to your thesis, Bakun. We're in contango and we haven't broken through the contango midpoint. So we underpriced volatility for the month, meaning that we're getting to this month and things are worse than expected. That goes with your theory, which I also, keep an eye on, right? Still digesting the negative scenario, and the market is certainly less liquid as everybody gobbled up longs at the bottom. There's not a lot of strong long pressure from here, just a lot of short squeezing. Committed Traders report shows the market's still liquid, but it's not gaining a lot of, additional longing, despite being very liquid. And it's low volume movement. Trump is very popular and having around delays bearishness. Trump just has a button that makes the market bullish for the most part. I'll just push it when the market goes low enough. Khan is right about that recession. There you go. Guys, don't give me a favor and smack that like button really quick. This is our afternoon stream. We stream every day in the mornings at 9:30. I do my live trading all day. I'm not really touching much of the market. I made like $3 grand something today. I'm in like no hurry to lose any of it. So we're just kind of waiting this out and see what happens to finish out the day. I thought we were going to get a pretty genuine flush, but looks like the market's hanging in there. Guys don't mind clicking that like button for us. We love y'all. And I have to stop talking so much, guys. I'm starting to lose my voice at the end of the day. I don't know if this like 6 to 7 hours of streaming every day is like going to ruin my vocal cords. So I got to probably talk a little less. Power hour, where we're going. I'm probably going to get off stream in a little bit. Honestly, with resilience less than 0, either the stocks pick up an end of the day rally like Apple or something picks up some momentum, or the market, as it's trying to sell off and pick up a little volatility, actually flushes. The fact is that there was no sell-off on this last little move. I don't think we're going to get a sell-off in the close, but I wouldn't be long from here, that's for sure. I'd rather miss out on a quick burp up into MOC than be long with possible gap fill to the downside. If you want to put a gun to my head and tell me to pick a direction, I'm going to pick down, but not because I'm bearish. Because that's just what resilience is telling me. So I'll avoid the bull side and just watch and see what happens. Boring ass tape. hey, but maybe Brett Simba wasn't goofing around, and maybe he was being serious that I might get promoted to live early before I hit the, what is it, $80,000 or whatever with Tradeify. My payouts have been 40 something thousand, maybe 45. I've been basically just, you know, with the Tradeifys, I just got so far ahead. I didn't care about the consistency. I just wanted to build a big fat buffer in these accounts. That way I just wouldn't ever blow them up and then just, you know, trade them like that. The big fat buffer. And then slowly get the payouts afterwards. But it's a longer process, but a cheaper process to get funded that way, because I don't have to fight with accounts that are starting out. Little bump on res there. We get Apple finally starting to move. Oh no, maybe it was an Apple. Who the hell is it? Let's go find out. Come on. What am I doing? Oh. Whoa. That's cool. This dial on my keyboard is... Hey, I didn't know I had that. Okay. All right. Quit geeking out of your keyboard, man. Let's get to business. Which stock is moving through half cap? Who is it? Who are you? Oh, wait. Let me sort by distance. Which the bigs? Who is it? Nvidia. Hey, hey. It's Apple, bruh. Nvidia is the close enough. So let's watch Nvidia today, because we did get a little bit of end of the day pump on Nvidia here. It's getting there. Nah, it wasn't. Yeah, it probably was Apple, huh? Oh, it was Apple. Bruh. It's Apple, bruh. Fucking Apple. That is it. Apple picking up a little steam here. Half cap. Yep. Like nothing else is moving, and Apple and Nvidia do have potential upside in the close. Kick this a little higher, but. So Moreau, so when markets open flat, remember resilience is like a flux through this redistribution zone. When markets are opening flat, then the stock doesn't have really far to move for resilience to be very choppy. In flat markets, resilience will chop around a lot. That's just normal when you open flat without a gap. Usually you want to see like a sizable gap so that resilience can give you a little bit more actionability. How can I trade that? You really can't on flat days when things are hovering in the middle. You're kind of like in a coin flippy mode. So sometimes resilience may not be super useful when the redistribution zone is teeny. You told me put a gun to my head and pick a direction, I'd say end of the day selling, but we'll see. This could be a something. All right. Then it's not trading. Yeah, at that point it's just gambling. And you're basically just watching. There's like two stocks that matter right now. It's Apple and Nvidia just sitting at the middle, and the market's not picking up momentum from anything else. And that's really what you're watching today. Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. This is the fourth flush attempt in the last 2 hours. A little bit of pre-payroll selling. If not a sell-off today, a sell-off in Globex for sure, because the market is stagnated and some overnight profit taking makes a little bit of sense globally, as people are going to evade our non-farm numbers on Friday because ADP numbers just look pretty garbage. But a lot of times, days that sell off overnight kind of don't move on the end of the day because your options locked. You know, these Wednesday expiring options are keeping everything sort of like steady on the index. So What's the reason why I don't usually chase the flush? Well, because the market doesn't usually sell off. It's very rare. And I don't like to bet that the market's going to sell off. You see how it's having a hard time selling off? It's just one of the rare things. And I only try to take high probability trades and setups. I'm like so tired. Market is right. Like, you expect to sell off, but opening a trade into it is not the best idea because I'm not very convinced it can sell. Evidence is not great for end of the day rally, but it doesn't mean I've got really strong conviction to short it, you know. End up taking those longs? No, bro. I've been chilling since earlier, man. I've been just waiting and watching. But I think I'm gonna call it quits. I got boot camp in about an hour, so I need to go take the dog out and chill. But we'll see how the market closes. But come here tomorrow, guys. We'll be here bright and early tomorrow. I need to give my voice a rest because I'm starting to talk way too much and my throat's starting to hurt. That mentorship program we do at the boot camp. Boot camp here. Go here. I'm starting in an hour. It's only 20 bucks. It's $1 a day to join it. There's thousands of people in it. About 10,000 people using our platform and our Discord. So it's a big community, so check it out. Love you guys. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Boring market. Let's let it be boring. I'll see you later.
Market spinning in chaotic haze. Rocket scooter blast through the maze. Volume prediction shows the way. Leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity map paints the scene. Hidden nodes like ghosts unseen. Reverse engineer to see the light. Illuminate the darkest night. Rocket scooter has got the key. Pull Turns we ride with heads held high. Resilience makes the weak ones fly. Future volume crystal clear. Rocket scooter leads, no fear. No more guesswork, no more loss. Seeing paths the others cross. Institutions will be seen.